following is a presentation of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Student-led, student-centered, student-serving.
Welcome into the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network as Week 9 football here on the road at BVSD Field here in Centaurus as the red-hot Golden Eagles set on to take on the 6-2 Monarch Coyotes on their senior night. I'm MacHendrie. Alongside me is Dante Lechuga. Dante, first time on color for you on football as the league championship battle on the line tonight. Dante, how are we feeling?
Feeling great, Ian. It's a beautiful Thursday night for some football, and it's league championship. How can you not be excited?
It's going to be an exciting one for sure. And like you said, yeah, league championship, how could you not be excited? The players ready to go. As you can see, your Frederick Golden Eagles warming up. But as we talked about, we didn't know it was Monarch's senior night coming into tonight. And just watching them, warm up and, all that anticipation for this game tonight. Frederick last year was such a tough loss against Monarch. You were there. You called that game at home. Such a tough game for us to lose. But, hey, can we get our get back tonight? This game also has playoff implications on the line. Frederick wins tonight. They have a good chance to get a top 10 spot.
Which comes along with the home game as well in the first round.
Exactly, agree. And they're also trying to get a top 8 spot. If they go and win out the rest of the season, they have to have a few implications in their teams have to lose in there. But if they get that top 8 spot, first round bye for the team, which would be huge for these guys, especially their senior season. As Dante, the Fowler Kia pregame show is the place where you set the stage for everything you're about to see. Dante, let's get ready for the kickoff under the Friday Night Lights and break down your keys for tonight's game.
Well, Ian, it's going to start with stacking the box. Malachi Payne, the running back that gave us 116 yards last year.
He's going to be a name to be said a lot tonight.
Absolutely. On our home turf, he gave us 116 yards on the ground. Recently received an offer from Washington State. So this is a D1 athlete we're talking about. So we're going to start off with stacking the box to prevent the run game.
He also has an older brother we found out today, Marquise Payne. And I think I do know that kid from middle school, and he is going to be a senior tonight, so he's expected to try to go off tonight as well.
So with that being said, the running back is outstanding, so we're going to force the quarterback to beat us here tonight, Rosello. Only averaging 116 yards on the pass game per game. Not crazy numbers, but he's not afraid to take off, so we're going to want to keep him in the pocket and make him air it out. Lastly, control the line of scrimmage. We cannot be getting driven back. Malachi Payne's going to have a field day if he gets to that second level. With that blazing speed he has, they're calling him one of the fastest backs in the state.
Yeah, he ran a 10.6 100-meter dash in track, and he went to state as well for track. I saw some of that, and he ran a 10.8, and he placed 8th in state, which is kind of crazy. That means there's kids running kids running faster. He was a sophomore last year, so that would have been sophomore year, which is insane, which means there's also kids running faster than him, which is insane to me. But again, tonight should be a good one. Watch for Malachi Payne, as I'll talk about him a little bit here. He is one of the most elusive players on the field. He's dangerous in the open field. You have to get him in the box, like you said. So you got to load the box up. You cannot allow him to get loose outside the pocket or through a hole, or he will make you pay. Some of the times that I wanted to talk about is he has 1,000 rushing yards on the season already, and the season's not even over yet. 13 total touchdowns we were talking about in the pregame. And I just want to highlight some of these games. Versus Centaurus, he had 18 carries, 215 rushing yards, and 4 touchdowns. And also against Loveland, he had 24 carries for 172 yards and 3 touchdowns, which is insane.
And, I mean, it's just ridiculous. 126 yards a game as a junior. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, Ian, especially playing the level competition he has been playing.
Yeah, he is a beast out there, and you have to make sure that he is on wraps tonight. For sure.
And he most definitely wasn't last year, I'll tell you that, Ian.
Yeah. As the national anthem coming down now.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran higher, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
a student rendition of the national anthem, and why did I say one of the best I've heard here in Monarch. As Dante, I am looking forward to seeing it all. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Fowler Automotive. From sales to service, Fowler is proud to keep you moving and support our community schools. Fowler Automotive, driven by integrity, powered by you. It's football time here in Centaurus. You've been watching the Fowler Kia pregame show here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network, as we will send it to the field with Carly Evans. Carly.
Thank you so much, Ian. I'm down here on the sideline, and the biggest game plan that I've heard is stop Malachi Payne. He is going to be the story of tonight's game. He has 126.4 rushing yards per game. Biggest thing, though, for the real story of tonight will be the secondary. Don't allow Payne past that secondary, much less that line. Thank you so much. Back up to you, Ian.
Thank you, Carly. As Carly is actually on the sideline tonight, Dante, which means your opportunity for color for the first time. And we're excited about this. Yeah. We really wanted to get an opportunity to do it together, and we are doing it. As Monarch actually has a really, really cool tunnel that I'm seeing on the other end of the field right now.
I sure wish we had one of those.
I wish we did too. But Dante, let's take it back here for Frederick really quick. There was somebody I want to highlight who had a phenomenal game last week against Pooter with that beautiful comeback win. I want to talk about Sunnydale Pitts. Sunnydale Pitts, one of his best games of his career. 22 carries, 172 yards, 4 touchdowns. He also had 6 receiving yards or 6 receptions for 89 yards. You called that game. Talk me through it.
I mean, Del Pitts has been nothing short of incredible this year. This is easily the best year he's ever had. This might be the best performance I've seen from a player throughout my career of calling Frederick football games. I mean, the kid's leading the team in receiving yards and rushing yards, top 10 in both in the state. I mean, doesn't get much better than that.
Like you said, he's one of the best players on this team, and he's going to have to be one of the biggest pieces for tonight's matchup, as he is going to be probably the one who gets the ball a lot tonight. As we expect to see all of that, it's going to be a good one. And I also want to highlight Reno DiGesualdo as well. He is on a tear defensively this year. Also offensively as well. He had some nice grabs last week, but he is just one of the best defensive players on this team. He is tied for state, or he's tied for first in 4A with 5 interceptions on the season. Mind you, those 5 interceptions have all come in the last 3 weeks, which is insane.
And not only that, again, he plays both ways. So he's going to be on the field all night tonight, just like every other game. He's second in receiving yards for the team, right behind Sunnydale Pitts. I mean, DiGesualdo is an absolute ball hawk on both sides of the field.
He's also tied for 6th in the state for interceptions. He's in a 9-way tie, mind you, Dante. It's a insane tie between 9 guys. And the leader right now he has 8 interceptions on the season, so expect him to kind of keep that up tonight. And hopefully maybe wherever he's playing out right now, he gets more. But Reno right now, he wants 2 interceptions tonight. That's what he told me. He wants those interceptions. And we will see how it all goes as both teams coming out. We're waiting for actually Monarch to come out of their tunnel, as they were just playing Kanye West there, trying to get him amped up in that huddle.
As you were saying, DiGesualdo, he wants 2 interceptions. But, I mean, firstly, I doubt they're going to throw the ball very much here tonight, rather than even throw it towards DiGesualdo.
Well, yeah, you gotta highlight DiGesualdo, as he's one of the top guys. I kind of see, he's kind of got that Patrick Surtain mentality where you're not going to throw it to that side because, if you throw it to that side, it's going to get taken away. Any opportunity there. You got Riley LaRusso on the edge, Jovan as well on the edge. So you got to watch those corners, but just to have a safety who's ready to be there to make a play, and that's insane by Reno DiGesualdo as the crowd is getting amped up. As there is quite a crowd for Monarch. I think it's the biggest crowd I've seen on a road game for Monarch, as there is not really a student section here for Frederick, as they were all out in volleyball senior night. Shout out the girls over there. We were so heartbroken we couldn't do that game as well. But it's going to be a great game tonight. Both teams coming out. Frederick look like they're going to return the ball first, so we'll see the PK and the offense on the field to start off the game. But we talked about Malachi Payne. I want to also highlight someone for Monarch. Tyler Tharp, wide out threat. He's got 419 receiving yards on the season, leads the team in touchdowns, receiving touchdowns, 9 touchdowns. He averages 16.1 yards per reception and 52 yards per game. He's one of the deep threat opportunities that we need to see DiGesualdo lock down tonight.
Yeah, I mean, as you're saying, I mean, the main part of this Monarch offense is 100% going to be Payne, but don't sleep on those wideouts, Ian MacHendrie. I mean, Tharp can play.
He is out. He's ready to play, and I would not count Rosello off. He is one of the he's a good quarterback, too. He's not afraid to step up in the pocket if he needs to.
And we're going to see a little bit of Legion of Zoom here tonight. I mean, all these guys are incredible athletes for the Coyotes. I mean, they can all take off, including the quarterback Rosello. So it's going to be a fun one here tonight, Ian.
I agree, as we will wait the opening kickoff here. Frederick Monarch League Championship on the line. And a high playoff opportunity as well, as we'll see the kickoff here from Monarch. Frederick will return first to start us off. High flying kick. Del Pitts back to return. He sends it down the left side. Del Pitts has a hole. Del Pitts finds the hole. Bouncing around. Gets down at the 26-yard line. And we will see the Frederick offense come onto the field first.
Yeah, Sonny Del Pitts, they're not going to want to kick it to him a lot of times here tonight, Ian. We'll see if they can boot it out of the end zone. But very, very dangerous in the kick return game. Sonny Del Pitts has the ability to make a play anytime, any place, anywhere.
Yeah, I agree. He's one of the most elusive threats on the field. As we see Frederick in the wing formation. I talked with Cody Salazar a lot about this. They're going to be lined up in this formation a lot tonight, Dante, trying to take away Monarch. First toss, it's to Del Pitts. Del Pitts trying to find a hole. He scrums forward for about 2. Second and long for Frederick.
Yeah, Monarch defense probably expecting that coming. Frederick actually ran that exact play 4 times in a row to get Sonny Del Pitts' eventual game-winning touchdown and 2-point conversion. So I'm sure Monarch actually has a similar game plan here tonight to stack the box.
Yeah, they're not going to let Del Pitts get going, and I wouldn't either if I was Monarch, as he is one of the top performers on this Frederick team. PK in the shotgun. He's got 2 wide receivers out wide. There's the give to Salazar. Cody Salazar trying to bounce it outside. Nothing there from the Monarch Coyotes defense, as he's going to lose a couple. Set up a 3rd and very long, Dante.
Again, Monarch, they're coming in hot on this run game. They're going to dare Preston Kissinger to air this ball out, and I think Coach Lloyd, the rest of this coaching staff knows it. Early 3rd and long. I'm curious to see what the play call is here. Maybe a little screen pass that they like.
Yeah, they've been trying to implement this new pass into the offense where they have 2 slot guys, 2 guys on the wides. They run hitches, and then they go routes with the other routes. But we will see. They're in the wing offense here. Kissinger tosses. This is Salazar on the give. Cody Salazar going to rumble, and he's actually going to lose a yard. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. So Frederick goes 3 and out on their first drive here.
Yeah, Cody Salazar, the senior back, hasn't gotten as much chatter as Del Pitts simply because people forget Salazar was the starting back, but he had some problems with his ankle, still is. So I think it's actually pretty interesting that we're throwing a toss to a guy whose ankle has been on life support this whole season.
Yeah, he's coming off those injuries, like you said. Yeah, he's been struggling. He got a touchdown in the first week back, and he has looked pretty good, I will say, coming back. He just hasn't been able to get that rhythm. As we'll see Cahoon kick this one away, as that was almost blocked at the line of scrimmage. Fair catch in the back. And we will see Frederick's defense on the field now.
As I'm sure Ian, right away they're going to go right to Payne.
Payne is going to be the one to get that first carry, I believe.
I wouldn't be shocked if we see a toss here right away in a little, just to get his speed going on that edge. I mean, his blazing 10.6
speed.
100-meter speed, I mean, which is ridiculous.
I want to know his 40-yard dash time. It's got to be insane. As there he is in the back, number 2. Watch out for Payne. He likes his little Aston Genty stance. Doesn't go into a 2-point stance. He just kind of stands back there, swaying his hips and just getting ready for that handoff. Rosario calls a man in motion. That's Tharp. As give to Payne. Payne trying to run up the middle, finds a little hole, squeaking through into the second line of Frederick. He's going to plow forward for a gain of about 7.
Right away, Monarch, first play of the game, they're going to win up front. And that just leads to Payne getting to the next level after that line of scrimmage, which you can't let happen. I mean, just like that, that's 6 yards to his name with just the first carry.
Yeah, nice little 6-yard run. See what they do in the second down. They like this wide out trips formation on the left side as well. So expect a lot of that tonight. this can turn into a little bubble screen opportunity. They give it right back to Payne. Payne finds the hole, and he's going to get just enough for a first down.
Yeah, Frederick's had problems up front they've been trying different strategies such as rushing two and having them stand up. A bunch of different things that we've tried this year, and we just can't seem to stop people from running it right up the middle, and we're seeing it right away here with Malachi Payne.
Yeah, Malachi, he's just going to do what he does, and he's just going to run through this team. You said it last year. He kind of torched our defense. So we'll see what they decide to do if they're going to try to adjust. They only have 3 on the line of scrimmage right now, really 1 on the nose guard in the 4-point stance. Here's a snap. Rosario looking for the screen pass. Goes out to Tharp. Tharp finds some room. And Jovan Martinez going to get the first hand on it, and a flag is thrown as this could be a face mask here on Frederick.
Yep, I mean, Tharp used his speed, and Martinez got a little grabby. I think he kind of got shocked by the acceleration Tharp has on that left sideline. He got a little handsy, got the top of his face mask. This is going to be 15 yards added.
Yeah, we see the penalty. Yep, face mask that time. So an extra 15 tacked on is not the way you want to start this game off defensively if you're Frederick.
As still haven't seen a pass attempt yet. They're not shy to go to the play action either.
Yeah, we've seen they like this base. They go into a base concept of a 2x2, 2 wide receivers on each side, which opens up a lot of opportunity for passes, like you said. And they have some concepts drawn up where, you got someone running flat, you've got someone coming across the middle, you got a post down the far wide side. They have a lot to do with this offense. This offense is scary, especially if you can run the ball well and then you can switch to throwing it. This offense is scary. Rosario in the shotgun. And a pitch out that time as Frederick tried to wrap him up. That was McCoy bouncing it outside, cuts up the hole, and he's still on his feet, and he will get in and score. Touchdown, Monarch.
As that was simply just poor tackling from the Golden Eagles, Ian. If we're being 100% honest, I mean, he had 3 broken tackles. Yeah, just not the start you want if you're a Golden Eagles fan right here. They just ran it 5 straight plays in a row, and Golden Eagles had no answer.
That was Abbott Lockwood, the other running back. As, they were so worried about trying to cut down Payne that Abbott took it himself. And, yeah, that was poor wrapping up job by Frederick there as they will send on their kicker to get this PAT. That's Nate Hart, the senior kicker. Sets good hold as Hoagie was flying in from the side. And it's 7-0 here in here in Centaurus. As Monarch starts off the game hot, Dante.
Yeah, I mean, Coyotes, I believe it was 4 carries to Payne and 1 to the other back who actually isn't too, he's not too bad either. He's got 30 rushing yards per game on the year. I mean, we're going to see that a lot tonight, so Golden Eagles are going to have to understand that and make some adjustments if we have to early.
Yeah, it's going to be a game of who's going to want to tackle. And right now, Monarch is winning that game, kind of gets off to a quick start. It gets Monarch on the board, 7-0 score. So we'll see. Hart back on to kick it off. And Dante, now if you are Coach Lloyd in that Frederick offense, what's the game plan coming out? You just got scored on. You went 3 and out on your first drive. What are you doing on this second drive to get back in the end zone?
We might have to air it out a little bit. I mean, they're playing the run heavily, which is what I expected the Golden Eagles to do to the Coyotes, actually. But they kind of seem to have the game plan I had for the Coyotes for the Golden Eagles. So it'll be interesting.
Del Pitts from the 2. He muffed it. Sonny Del Pitts as it goes to the back of the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. As that was interesting. I didn't know that was going to be a touchback. That could have been a safety. Dangerous from Del Pitts.
Yeah, and you don't see that often from Del Pitts. I mean, I think I've maybe seen him muff 1 punt through my years of announcing football games, but dropped that one. Luckily, bounced in the end zone.
So Frederick will start on the 20. Kissinger and the offense have to find a way to get going. 3 and out on their first. As this is kind of what we saw against Pooter. They had a slow start against Pooter, and Pooter took advantage of that and went up. I think the score before they came back was 28-14. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Dante, but.
Yes, I believe that's correct, Ian. As again, look at this entire team in the box.
Stacking that up, and they gave it to Eric Ross, and Eric Ross goes nowhere. The ball is out on the field as I think Monarch has it. As what is the call? They say Monarch football.
And Golden Eagles are, we saw something similar happen last game with one early turnover.
Hold on. They say Frederick's going to retain it, as that was actually Dylan Lewis who had that fumble recovery. Eric Ross coughed it up on the ground.
And I think they're actually going to mark Ross down.
They gave him a couple extra yards.
Yeah, I believe they're going to mark Eric Ross down before the ball gets punched out, but spooky.
As we are in the spooky season.
It is Halloween season.
Halloween next week. As don't miss the Greeley West game. Dante, you and Carly will be there. Ready to call that one. Last time in the booth for you guys. Here's the handoff, play action pass. Kissinger looking downfield, looking for Ross, and he dropped it that time, and he gets hit after the fact.
I believe that was actually the junior Norwood.
Yeah, it looks like Norwood. It's
the big tight end just went right through his hands. It was a good ball, great read as well. Would have been a first down.
3rd down and 10. As this is going to be another 3rd down for Frederick that they need to convert on quickly. As they go into a double set. Twins out wide, both sides. This might be that new formation I was talking about, Dante. Watch the slot receivers go deep here. We have DJ Swallow and Del Pitts in the slot. Here they go, quick throw. Ross on the outside, caught it. Can he get enough for the first down? It looks like he's going to be about a 2-yard shy. And now what will Frederick's offense do here on 4th down?
I mean, I've seen Lloyd go for it on his own 2-yard line before.
He's going to go for it, it looks like.
He's not scared to do it. He won't be bluffing either.
This will be Sonny. This would be a Sonny Del Pitts handoff here, I would believe.
It's like a little toss.
Get him outside. Get him outside. He's got to get to the 30-yard line. As we see the Golden Eagles come onto the field, onto the line of scrimmage, as it's back in that wing offense. They can also go to Big Ross down the middle. We'll see what they decide to do here. Kissinger gives the pitch. There's Del Pitts. Del Pitts finding the hole, gets the first down. And more. Give them 2 extra tacked on. So Frederick will move the chains for the first time tonight.
I mean, that was just perfect blocking from the Golden Eagles front line. Blake Baker getting to the next level. He's probably been the best offensive lineman we had all year. He showed why right there. His ability to get to the next level is just incredible at his size.
Yeah, this all-line has also faced a lot of diversity as well. You know, they lost their star center, Micah Sungapulatelli, early a couple weeks ago against Loveland. So they've had to find a way to change that whole O-line up through Diego coming into the center role. As they go right back to the toss to Del Pitts, they try to go double toss, and the ball is out that time, and Monarch's going to trap on it, and this one is going to be Monarch ball.
Golden Eagles are going to get a little fancy with that after picking up that first down, and it's going to, as you can see, turn out to be an unfortunate.
As they are going to say, incomplete it looks like. Not sure what the call is here.
Again, are we going to get bailed out, Ian?
That one should have been a fumble there, Dante.
It was. I mean, it was a forward pass, but it was behind the line of scrimmage is the thing.
And Monarch read it so well. They just jumped in the backfield, and yep, they're going to give it to Monarch this time. So now the defense is going to come out in a hard spot. As they're chanting, that was easy. As Frederick's going to face a lot of that tonight as the ball marks at the 22-yard line. So we'll see what they decide to do here defensively. You've got to find a way to eliminate everything that this team is throwing at you right now.
Same formation they scored on. It could go to Payne's way this time just to give them a different look.
Yeah, it's flipped this time.
Saw this a little bit on film.
Yeah, they like these kind of double back sets because they can really go wherever they want with it. And Frederick kind of runs this similar with their stack, their I formation. They like to go in that kind of formation, but they can go wherever they want with the ball. As this time they go Payne's way. Payne met in the backfield this time by Frederick, still turning those feet. But big ol' Eric Ross takes him down. First met, it looks like by Marlo McCoy in the backfield. They're going to say he just got back to the line of scrimmage.
As Eric Ross, the big fella up on that Frederick D line. He actually led the team in tackles his sophomore year. He had to convert from being a linebacker to being on the line. He's gotten a lot bigger over the years, but Eric Ross averaging 8 tackles on this season. He's a monster.
He's still a dog. I mean, yeah, you said he was a linebacker position, which is set up Marcus Salmeron actually to lead the team in tackles this season.
Yeah, Samron's been a force at that safety spot, Ian.
Motion man again is Tharp. Tharp, they're going to go to the bubble screen to Tharp, and that one's going to be incomplete. As too far ahead as Marlo McCoy had an opportunity to jump that ball.
Yeah, that actually was a smart play if he meant to do that on purpose. I can't tell if he did or not, but if it wasn't going to get picked off, it looked like it was actually going to get blown up for a loss. Sunnydale Pitts was also all over it.
As Coach Lloyd is not happy over there. He is yelling at these referees. Frederick need a big third down stop here. 5:43 to go in the first quarter. As here comes Rosello back onto the field. We'll see where they decide to go with it here. Do they try to take the yardage and get into a field goal range position, or do they try to air it out and get that first down?
They got the big tight end on that left side. See if they go to him.
Pitch out as Marcus Salmeron was back there, but Payne bringing the pain and gets the first down. Will he actually get there? They're going to say yes. He got a yard extra, as that's that pitch out. They'd like to get outside with Payne, and Payne brings the pain that time and gets the first down that time.
Yeah, it was the two juniors meeting on that little tackle, Martinez and Payne. Payne's going to get the better of him this time, lowering that shoulder. Got lower than Martinez, and he ran him over.
Payne, he reminds me kind of a Christian McCaffrey, kind of getting out of the backfield. He can move quickly, but he also has the strength of what looks like right now Derrick Henry just running through Frederick's defensive line. As they go twins out wide on both sides. Motion man this time is Lockwood again. As they go right back to him, as that time Marlo McCoy wraps him up and takes him down.
I mean, McCoy, he came out of nowhere this year, the junior, averaging around 9 tackles on the year. I mean, he's also pretty close to leading the team in sacks. Marlon McCoy has just been an animal all year. He shows why right there.
He's been a force to be reckoned with coming off the edge. He is so quick off the edge. He kind of just, he's in the backfield before you even are ready for him to get in the backfield. As we'll see what they decide to go here. Grant Haas has checked into the game there at 18 at that tight end position. They go one wide receiver out wide. That's Tharp. Motion man this time. Lockwood, they give it to him out the back. Lockwood, he's going to walk in, and he gets his second touchdown on the night. Abbott Lockwood running through Frederick's defense.
Yeah, Lockwood, I mean, it's not looking good for the Golden Eagles. They need to score on this next drive before it gets ugly. Monarch's about to take a 14-0 lead, but Lockwood, you can't let both backs get going. They actually have a double running back dynamic. Payne gets more of the love simply because Payne is Malachi Payne, but Lockwood can't be forgotten either. He can run the football really well as well.
I think this is Monarch's game plan. Frederick was ready for Malachi Payne, but who is Abbott Lockwood? We're finding out tonight as he's got 2 touchdowns already in the first quarter.
A little bit of decoy action here with Malachi Payne.
I'm sure they're going to start giving him the ball more and more as the game goes on, but right now, Frederick has no answers for that Monarch run game.
Like I said, I mean, we got to stack the box. It's almost like we're playing the pass right now. We're barely even rushing 4 guys sometimes. I mean, and then having 2 backers, I just don't understand that, Ian. I mean, we got to have at least 3 backers in the box.
Yeah, they are playing a good ball game right now. Monarch has everything working in their favor. Frederick really needs to figure out something offensively to get the drive moving. As some crowd chanting from Monarch right now, getting Frederick's head a little bit. Frederick cannot let that get to them. As we'll see the kickoff this time from Hart. Back to return is Del Pitts. Is a beautiful kickoff. Sonny Del Pitts trying to bounce it down that left side. He got wrapped up at the 15.
Yeah, that was a heck of a tackle, though. Pitts tried to make an acrobatic move right there when the Monarch defender went low, but he just barely got him by the heel. Great tackle.
Yeah, Monarchs. Rowdy crowd is feeling a little disrespectful tonight. As here we go. 1st and 10, 3rd drive for Frederick's offense. They only have 1 first down on this game. As they set up in a shotgun position on a single back set. Looks like Jathniel Gonzalez actually in the backfield. As Kissinger's going to keep it himself. Kissinger runs right in the Monarch defensive line. Maybe got a yard. Sits up second and long.
Kissinger's actually a really fearless runner. He's not scared to take off. The way he runs actually reminds me a little bit of Jaden Daniels, just the way he stands straight up when he's running. But Kissinger's not afraid. He's second rushing on the team.
Not afraid to take a hit.
And he's averaging a little below 50. I mean, that's some pretty solid numbers for a quarterback.
Yeah, I was going to say for a quarterback, that's very impressive. They have a 2x2 set as well. This time, Kissinger is going to drop to throw. He's got pressure in the backfield. They throw the little screen dump off. That looked like it was Jathniel Gonzalez who got the catch and a loss of 2.
Yeah, just no one in front of the block, man. Kissinger was actually a bit frustrated right there. He thought that should have been a roughing. Got hit directly
pretty late,
after he threw the ball. It was close one. I don't mind the no call, though.
Yeah, they got to let them play on here. As we talked about a lot of no calls on Tuesday, actually, Dante, me and you were at home to cover the Niwot Frederick soccer game as Frederick caught a loss there. They are actually in Meade tonight. Shout out the soccer team playing at Meade, the rivalry game, last game of the season. Another game we wish we could cover. As Kissinger in the shotgun on a long third down, Monarch brings some pressure. Kissinger's going to air it out down the middle of the field, looking for Bencourt. It's intercepted. Dylan Lewis on the interception. And Frederick, as there is a flag late, we'll see what this call is. It might be an unsportsmanlike conduct.
It's going to be a taunting. I'm not sure. I'm sure it's on the Monarch player.
It's not going to negate the play, but
no, it'll still be Monarch ball, but Kissinger's going to just overthrow Bencourt just a little bit. If it was on the money, it would have been a great ball. It is a risky pass, though, with the safety over the top. And they were in man coverage, cover 2. But it's just going to be an unfortunate sequence of events here for the Golden Eagles.
As we'll see what the penalty here is as we watch this head ref. Just not really sure what that call is. I'm guessing an unsportsmanlike conduct or a taunting penalty like you said, which is going to back them up quite a few after the interception. That should be 15 yards either way. But Frederick's offense, early struggles continue as Monarch's offense comes right back out onto the field.
Yeah, and they're going to go right back to that run game with Lockman and Payne. And why not? I would as well. I mean, Lockman's got 2. Payne's going to have more over the night.
Yeah, Lockwood, he's just been
Lockwood, excuse me.
Lockwood, he dominant force, like you said. And I'm sure at this point, Frederick's going to start having to go so heavy on the run game that they're just going to start airing it out, too. So right now, Frederick's defense needs a positive defensive drive to just get in the head of Monarch. We'll see what they decide to do here on first down.
We do have 3 linebackers in the box this time, 3 rushing, and the safeties are a little deep. Very interesting.
Looks like they want to bring pressure, and this time they do. Loading that box, give to Payne. Payne found a hole, bouncing it outside as he's going to get wrapped up just enough. They really get the first down. They're going to call him about a yard shy. So 2nd and 1, or really it's about a 2nd and an inch.
Hoagie was coming off that corner blitz. He's had a lot of sacks this year. He's very good at that corner blitz. That time he underestimated Payne's speed. I think his acceleration missed the tackle.
I think I need to see Colt Hoagie go full force right at Payne. That's going to be a clash there. I want to see who comes out of that one on top. As Payne just with downhill speed, he is just one of the quickest backs, like we talked about in the pregame, in the state of Colorado. Motion man Lockwood. Fake to Payne, fakes the bubble screen, looking deep, wide open Thorpe, and he just overthrew him.
It looked like a promising ball there. It just was barely overthrown, which is hard to do with Thorpe. But that actually looked like a great ball. It just soared on him just a little bit out of the outstretched arms.
Looked like a touchdown ball there. As DeGesualdo, he bit on that bubble screen, which left Jovan Martinez in a one-on-one. And Jovan just got, put it respectfully, he just got burnt. And yeah, it was just a hard play there. DeGesualdo.
I think this stadium and sideline of Monarch would have exploded if they would have got that one.
Mind you, they scored 14 in the first quarter. So if they would have put up 21 in the first quarter, this might be a game coming. Malachi Payne found the hole. Payne into the 2nd level and more, up to the 3rd level, still on the feet, gets down to the 20. And a huge run that time from Malachi Payne. 22 yards and a huge first down.
Yeah, just, again, hard-nosed football here from Monarch, just right up the middle. What are you going to do about it? So far, Golden Eagles don't have an answer. They might just do the exact same play right here.
Yeah, I mean, Monarch is just walking all over Frederick right now.
We saw this a little bit in the Pooter game. Frederick is a second-half team.
But
They just got to survive this second and first quarter right now.
Yeah, they got to make it through the first quarter. They're going to throw this time, bringing pressure. Rizzaro throws, steps up, finds the tight end that time, trying to get down the outside, and he's going to dive. Is he in? They're going to call him down at the 1-yard line. As Rizzaro throws to the tight end, that looked like number 18, Grant Haas, making the play.
I mean, what an incredible effort from Haas, reaching and extending for that pylon.
I think
Ref didn't give it to him. I think he did.
I think he low-key did get that.
He didn't step out of bounds. It was a tough angle for the referee to make a call, but it's going to be marked at the 2-yard line. Here comes Malachi Payne.
As Rizzaro is off the field, by the way.
This could be a wildcat scenario here with Payne or
Levi
Lockwood.
Carlucci is in the game at quarterback as they go hurry up right in. They line up in a T offensive formation. Here's the quick handoff. Payne trying to bounce it outside, and he will, and just nobody for Frederick as another touchdown as he gives a little look at Del Pitts. Walks it in. Malachi Payne's first touchdown of the night.
And nothing up the middle, so they're going to bounce it outside right when Frederick's expecting it up the middle, Ian. Monarch is just playing games with the Frederick coaching staff, I'd say, honestly. I mean, they went up the middle every single play, and now they're going to bounce to the outside once you expect it up the middle. Right now, Monarch's playing chess while Golden Eagles are playing checkers.
This is just a sad, sad game right now for Frederick. Hart for the PAT. 21-0. That kick goes up and through the uprights. 21-0. As it's just going to be a... What do you do now if you're Frederick? Down 21 in the first quarter. As Dante, it is just, I'm kind of speechless in this first quarter of the game now. Can Frederick find a way to try and mount a comeback here in the first quarter?
Yeah, I mean, we got to get going. I mean, we got to actually move the ball a little bit before this first quarter ends.
I think offensively, it might be time to just start airing it out. The run game is not working at all, but that interception by PK, what do you do if you're Frederick right now?
I mean, and airing out doesn't mean we got to throw a go ball. You know what I mean? Throw some slants, throw some out routes.
Get something
going. Do a
going.
play action.
You know, I like that Ross.
Some quick hitters.
I like that Ross little hitch on that third down, which got him about 8 yards on the play, and set up a 4th down and short. As this kickoff is shallow, as Del Pitts is going to let it bounce, as he's going to just touch it right off the bounce. Sonny Del Pitts trying to find a hole, and he'll get wrapped up about the 21-yard line. As I think the only positive from Frederick right now is that special teams.
Yeah, I mean, and Monarch special teams, I would say, is even playing
They're matching
really well
it
too. I mean, that was actually, I'm not sure if that was on purpose, but that kick was honestly a very scary situation for Del Pitts. I mean, it takes a bounce at the 20. You're going to expect it to roll towards you. I mean, it just bounces, takes a
you got to
Monarch bounce towards them.
Yeah, you got to wonder, was that intentional or was that just an unlucky kick that just turned into a lucky kick? So Frederick's offense comes back on the field. 21-0 score down as they go into an interesting wildcat formation, Dante. Del Pitts gets the snap. He's going to take off, and he's going to go back off a stiff arm, and he's going to lose about 5 yards. And 2nd and 15 coming up for Frederick.
Yeah, again, I mean, they're just all over the run game right now, Ian. It's just no other way to put it. I'm sure Golden Eagles are going to just wait till the end of this quarter if they have enough time, and that looks like that's what they're going to do. But they got to make some adjustments fast and now, and which you don't usually say heading into the second quarter.
Yeah, I agree. As when we come back, start of the second quarter here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
Are you tired of paying rent or constantly moving from one place to another? LGI Homes has the solution for you. We offer affordable new homes with exceptional quality. With our simplified buying process and zero down options available, easily achieve the dream of homeownership and quickly move into your new home. At LGI Homes, we have it all, offering new homes complete with upgrades, designed to add style, value, and energy efficiency to your life. Find your new home today with LGI Homes.
Guys, welcome back here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Second quarter action here exclusively on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Dante, rough first quarter for Frederick. As we'll see what they can do coming into the second quarter. They have to switch it up offensively because it is not working. They tried a trickery there. They put PK wide out, gave the direct snap to Del Pitts, and that went nowhere. So they are ready for the run game. What do you got to do now?
2nd and 15. This is where we typically see a bubble screen is what is usually called. Wouldn't be shocked if you see that. What I'd really want to see is just a little slant route just to get something going, maybe even a play action.
We just need some yards, I think. Set up a 3rd and reasonable. Or just go and get the first down. I would not try to throw it deep here. I want to get some short yardage, like you said, a little slant route. Kissinger calls a man in motion. That's Betancourt. Play action pass off the edge. They're bringing pressure. Monarch coming down on PK. He's got to get rid of it, and he's going to go down. Kissinger.
Yeah, I mean, just holding on the ball too long. I mean, he had Del Pitts. It was a tough throw, though. I don't think he had an angle. Kissinger looks frustrated early in this game.
I mean, this whole offense looks frustrated, as I think he lost another 4 there. It's going to be a 3rd down and even longer. 3rd and 21, so they lost a 6 on the sack that time.
This is where I'm sure we air it out. Dejas Waldo actually not the biggest guy, but he's probably our best deep threat with his speed and ability to go get it.
He's got some height on the jump. They go screen pass to Betancourt, as Betancourt gets barely 4. And now it sets up a 4th down and very long, as you guessed it, Garrett Cahoon coming on to punt this one away for Frederick. As Monarch is just playing better football right now, Dante.
Yes. Golden Eagles still without a first down offensively. I think we're, or one, you're right. You're right, 1 first down. I mean, I think we're below 18 yards total.
We have had.
I mean, not including the sacks that takes away, but I mean.
I think we might be in negative yards right now, Dante. As Cahoon almost got that one blocked. Back to return as a fair catch. As now Frederick's defense back on.
I've always wondered why they don't let Payne return those kicks. I wonder if there's a problem with him catching the punts, but I mean, with his speed, he could be lethal back there.
He does have 1 kick return on the year. So he does come back to kick return, but they just might like the guy back there returning punts better than the guy they have. Better than Payne. As a 1st and 10 for Monarch, as they're having trouble trying to get an extra man on the field. It's Cooper Craze comes on late for Monarch. So 10:28 to go in the second quarter. Frederick down by 3 scores. Monarch trying to make it 4. Here's the snap. They're going to throw. Quick throw. Tharp makes the grab. Jovan Martinez can't wrap up, and Rardin first to grab him, and another Monarch first down.
Again, first bubble screen here for the Coyotes. Wasn't expecting that one. Golden Eagles are going to send a blitz. They had Len Olson with his little cast on going right up the middle. Again, Coyotes just playing chess.
Yeah, Landon Olson back tonight. His first game back since that injury, that thumb injury. He's been out for a while. You talked about he's got that big cast. That can force some fumbles there.
I mean, he wrecks havoc. You should see him in basketball. We call him Wreck-It Ralph.
Here's the first down this time. They bring some pressure, and he just has a lane to run. There's Rosado. Has some blocks downfield. Rosado, can he take it all the way? And he does. Touchdown, Monarch.
I mean, Rosario he could have drove a car through that gap he went through. Golden Eagles were all over the pass that time, and he is hype coming off the field right now. It's going to be a 30-yard rushing touchdown for Rosario, and Monarch Coyotes are going to take a 28-0 lead.
36 yards to the house. As whatever Monarch drew up this week is working to an absolute perfection, even more. Kyle Rosario with a huge touchdown. As a flag comes in on the PAT attempt. Rosello showing why this team is not a force to be reckoned with. As Frederick can feel this slipping away, as I would be shocked
And
if they don't go for 2 here.
Yeah.
This ball's on the 1.
And Golden Eagles, I mean, you cannot do that. They have a chance to go 29-0. I mean, this sounds dumb, but the whole point in football actually makes a big difference. I mean, now Golden Eagles have to get a 2-point conversion if they get this. And all of a sudden you're down 29-0. I mean, why are we jumping off sides? I mean, they weren't even set up yet.
As they're going to hurry up to the line quickly by the center, as he lined up way off the ball there. Interesting.
This is 100% going to be to Malachi Payne.
As they do, he keeps it himself, and he's in. As once again, Levi Carlucci puts it up, Monarch 29, Frederick 0.
This is not what we expected. I mean, we were expecting a great game. This is the league championship, folks. And Monarch Coyotes, they're legit. I will say that.
And it hasn't even been a game with Payne right now. Payne is really, he's got the 1 touchdown and a few good carries, but it's not even Malachi Payne making this pain for Frederick. It's the whole team, and this team is just murdering Frederick's offense with 1 total first down on the game. As what do you do now if you're Frederick? Dante, you said they were a second-half team, but at what point does Monarch make this game unreachable in the second half?
Yeah, like we said, I mean, we were talking, we just got to survive, and right now we're not surviving. We got to score fast and now.
The Coyotes
to even be somewhat in this game. I mean, you can only do so much down 29, and especially when you have 0 points on that board.
Yeah, if this was, a 29-7 or a 29-14 game, Frederick would, I think there would still be some opportunity, but now Frederick just has to go back to the basics. You got to get a first down. You got to get positive yards. That drive went negative, that whole last drive. This Monarch will boot this one away as Del Pitt's back to return, and he took the gloves off, by the way, Dante.
Interesting.
Del Pitt's on the return and gets to the 25, as he might have been frustrated with himself after he dropped that.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why. But Monarch's tackling has been impressive. I don't think I've seen them miss a tackle yet. And that's hard to do, especially when you're trying to tackle Sonny Del Pitts. And I really don't think we've broken 1 tackle yet, Ian.
I know. I think maybe Eric Ross had 1 in there. But besides that, like you said, this team has been pinpointing every tackle they need to make, and it's just been a hard watch for Frederick's offense. Here we go on 1st and 10 for Kissinger. He's in empty by himself in the backfield. So they go back to the wing. They give it to Jathniel Gonzalez, and as he dropped the ball as well. As I think he might have been down that time. So they're going to give it right back to Monarch.
As Gonzalez was getting swung down, it looks like someone threw a punch at that ball and hit it right where it needed to be, and it popped right out as he was getting swung down. And Coyotes have a chance to make this 35-36-0 in the first half. I mean, we're getting close to running clock here, Ian.
As this was, like you said, definitely not the game we were expecting. As the offense, they've turned it over 3 times already. They turned it over twice in the first quarter, already once in the second quarter. Their first offensive drive in the second quarter. What do you do now if you're Frederick? As that's Marlon McCoy.
And that's not what you want to see. Marlon McCoy
off the field.
That's going to be one of the best rushers and tacklers you're going to see on this football team, junior.
I wonder if maybe some blood or something that had to get him off the field.
Yeah, I'm sure he just, because CHSA rules, you can't have blood
anywhere
while playing football, or any sport. So I'm sure he's just going to get some blood cleaned off of him or taped up.
Or something. Yeah, I don't know. The ref kind of told him to get off the field, so it wasn't his own decision. He was told to get off the field, so we'll see what happens now as Monarch offensively can basically do whatever they want.
Golden Eagles are going to rush 4 this time.
So they only rush 3, actually. Drop back as he's got room to throw. Colt Hoagie got a hand on it. And that ball incomplete. I thought he was going to pick that one off, Dante.
I think Hoagie was flirting with if he should try to pick it off or just bat it down. And That was definitely a chance to intercept that ball, in my opinion, Ian, but you'll take it 2nd and 10. Take whatever you can get with, especially with how successful Monarch's offense has been.
I would have, yeah, like you said, I mean, that ball was so close to being intercepted. And Hoagie has 0 on the season, which is kind of unthoughtful from Hoagie. He had, I'm not really sure how many he had last year, but he had good opportunities to get interceptions, but that time he just went for the knockdown. On 2nd and 10 now, Coyotes give it to Payne. Payne scrambling forward, and that might be his shortest run of the day for 3, as Frederick was able to wrap him up in the backfield, kind of get a shoelace, and then make him only get about 2 on the extra.
Yeah, Eddie Riley, the senior, was able to get in there. He's been playing varsity football since he was a freshman. That's what you expect from the veteran.
Yeah,
they're going to need more of it fast.
Yeah, Eddie Riley might be the biggest factor on this team. You know, he hasn't had I wouldn't say he's had a great season, but he hasn't had a horrible season. He's had a season that I would say it's less than his standards, but he's still playing at a high level of football, and I'm expecting him tonight, hopefully, after that tackle, to kind of fire himself up and get back in this game, Dante.
There's that bunch formation we were talking about.
They go right back to Payne on 3rd down, and they're only going to scrum for a couple. They're going to be a 4th and short. Do they go for it here, or do they try to take the PA or the field goal?
I mean, why not go for it with the success you've had? I mean, you're already up 29-0. Don't have to worry about putting points on the board. I wouldn't be shocked if they just do a little toss to Payne. They only need 3 yards. Maybe get Lockwood another touch as well.
The amount of trust they have with Malachi Payne to run it on 3rd down and 8 instead of a 4th and short is just crazy, as they're going to call the whole team in. Timeout by Monarch, their first of the game.
And I'm sure Coyotes are just going to talk this one over. Not sure how good of a kicker they have, Ian.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Linex of Boulder. Whether it's protecting your truck bed, adding accessories, or making your vehicle adventure ready, Linex of Boulder has you covered. We're proud to have them as a partner of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Linex of Boulder, tough, durable, and built for life.
Ian, something to talk. I mean, it's very interesting. So, Monarch has been in a 4-4 defense, basically saying, hey, we're daring you to throw the ball. Del Pitts is not going to be a factor in this game. And Monarch doesn't have the best DBs. The guys talked about it a little bit, so I'm not sure why we're not trusting the arm of Kissinger. He's coming off a great game against Pooter.
You know, it was one of
you got to trust it.
That was one of his lower end passing yard games, but I think he actually had 206 yards on that game against Pooter. So, yeah, I'm not sure why they're not trusting the arm of Kissinger here. As this 4th down, if Frederick can get a stop here, this would be crucial for them. So we'll see what they can do. On 4th down, trips wide. We see this formation a lot. Frederick shifts that D-line as a flag thrown. Is this going to be on Monarch? I believe so, if they didn't snap the ball.
Yeah, this is going to be a false start here, yep. Ian. They got a little twitchy.
Frederick shift. That's what got him there. So basically the run on 3rd down that Payne got negated now. So 4th down and 8. No way they try to go for this one.
I think they might, Ian. I think they have a good chance to get it.
Up by 29.
I mean, they're full of confidence right now. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Even if they throw a pick 6 here, Ian, they're up 22 points.
Yeah, a pick 6 would be crucial for Frederick. They need a score. That's the biggest thing for Frederick right now, is they need the ball into the end zone any which way they can get it. 4th and 8. Rosario's going to throw a quick run. Down low, incomplete. So Frederick get a lucky opportunity now, and their offense comes on the field with a little bit of momentum as Tharp tried to make that grab.
He got the separation on the little 10-yard curl route. Just a little underthrown. It was very catchable. Just Thorpe wasn't able to get to it.
Looks like he might have almost got his hands on that one exactly. So it could have been a big opportunity for the 1st down. As now Frederick's offense comes on the field. But if you're Monarch, are you really worried about the offense right now? Because they have struggled to even get a 1st down. Coughed it up 2 fumbles, 1 interception from Kissinger. We'll see what they decided to go here. They go empty in the backfield in a wing formation. They give the snap. Give to Del Pitts. Del Pitts trying to bounce it outside, and we see him do that all year long. But again, he can't go anywhere.
Again, I mean, what do you expect Del Pitts to do? That was probably the first broken tackle we've seen today, by the way, here for the Golden Eagles. But Monarch has the entire team in the box. At what point do you throw this football?
Yeah, they lost 4. They're going to say they actually lost 5 on that carry, as this has just become a hard game to watch for Frederick. Frederick's got to find a way to find something. They've got 2 of their bigger guys out on the left side of your screen. As Kissinger's going to drop, they got the pressure in the backfield, stepping up in the pocket, fires, looking for DJ Swaldo on the outside, incomplete.
And Kissinger was a little late to get his second read. He wanted Del Pitts. He wanted to throw it deep to him on that go route, but the little smash route here for DJ Swaldo on the little curl was open right away. It was just a little late to get that second read before the DB closed that up.
As the outside linebacker, Marquise Payne, the other Payne brother, coming in on the edge, forcing that ball to get thrown quickly. And now 3rd and long has been the story for Frederick tonight. Well, what can Frederick do? Kissinger in the shotgun, trips on his left side. Kissinger's going to throw. He's looking. He's got Ross short and a dump down. Ross breaks a tackle, fighting through 2. Gets to the 30, and Frederick gets some positive yardage, gets 5. And now 4th and long, and it looks like AP wants to go for it here for Frederick.
I mean, I don't hate the decision. Again, it's just risky, though, because you don't want to go down too big of a lead. Monarch will have excellent field position. Yeah, they would have had excellent field position if they get on the 30. But that's what I want to see. A little out route to Ross. Didn't get a first down, but that's what you want to see here from the Golden Eagle offense.
You need those short carries. Like you said, you got to get something going first before you start to take those big shot plays. That's a weird kickoff pump formation from Frederick. Spread.
Yeah, it's very college football-like.
Yeah. That's a long snap from Cody Case. That ball flying from Cahoon. Fair catch again. So Monarch's not going to return it once again. As number 5, Levi Carlucci. We saw he had the 2-point conversion converted. As now here comes Monarch's offense back on the field.
Golden Eagles defense. We'll see if they make any adjustments. They got 6 minutes left. I mean, you don't want to go any higher than 29 points here.
That was the last drive was the first scoreless drive by that offense. How do Frederick react? You're down 29-0. I think you need a turnover if you're Frederick. You got to get some momentum.
I mean, I think this is the first time we've been shut out in a half,
yeah.
Aside from Meade, since Meade.
Yeah, I'm like, even Broomfield we scored in the first half. Motion man that time is Lockwood, and a false start going to get called that time. It looks like that one's going to be on Carlucci on the end.
Yeah, it looks like the center snapped it a bit late. That threw the rest of the O-line off.
Yeah, false start everybody but the center. So sets up a 1st and long, so a positive play for Frederick. You know, wasn't induced by them, but they need something here. As Thursday night primetime here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Frederick down 29-0 in the first half. Yeah, Dante, the conversation at halftime is going to be interesting for Frederick for sure.
Yeah, I really wish I could be in there to see what the conversation's like.
That would be amazing. You know, as a commentator, being in that locker room during those emotions, you can kind of get a feel for how the team feels. As they send a blitz this time grabbed by Tharp, and Jovan Martinez missed his assignment. Tharp has nobody near him, 20-15, 10-5. And who guessed it? Touchdown Monarch.
And, I mean, Tharp they took a bad angle. Martinez took a bad angle, and he's just going to take that opportunity, and he just turned around and went to the house right through the middle. Bad angles from the Golden Eagle defense, and it's going to be 36-0. And they were never going to catch Thorpe with that blazing speed.
Yeah, Tharp just kept moving, and it honestly didn't look like Martinez missed the assignment by too much. It was just a nice also little screen that they had by, you know, the tight end out wide that kind of made Martinez have to go around the tight end to try to make that tackle, and nothing that time. So now 36-0, as right now Monarch is on pace to score 62 points in this game, Dante.
And, I mean, they're flirting with running clock as well, Ian, in the first half. You need 40, if I'm not mistaken. They're at 36. Golden Eagles need a score. I mean, this, again, I mean, this is the league championship, and you got to show some sort of competitiveness. I mean, we were up this much against Thornton at this time. I think it was around the same.
Yeah, I think it was, like around the same.
It's not like Monarch is that much better than us. You know, I mean,
on paper, these are very even teams. It's just right now one team came to play and the other might have been a little too confident in the way they wanted to play. As it's all smiles and cheers coming from the Monarch sideline. The cheerleaders are having some fun tonight. Their rowdy crowd is having some fun tonight. Frederick, silence over on that sideline as they're not even going to let Del Pitts return this one. Going to go out of bounds, so Frederick will get the ball at the 40. Yeah, they've been positive start.
They've been trying to keep it out of the end zone, but also away from Del Pitts. So some short kicks, some like to the side. They've been mixing it up. I mean, Monarch came to play, and they got a really good game plan.
Yeah, Frederick looks a little like lethargic right now. They just don't look like they're wanting to play football right now. You know, you cannot fall on them. It's just hard. They're actually going to get the ball spotted at the 35-yard line. My apologies. It's Gino Lechuga giving some insight from at home. Here we go on 1st and 10 for Frederick. They're in the I formation. It's kind of a reverse I formation, Dante.
Yeah, it is.
Toss to Del Pitts. Del Pitts finds a hole. Sonny Del Pitts climbing through that linebacking spot, and Frederick's only 2nd first down of the game, and a good drive starter from Del Pitts.
That play right there has been their bread and butter. I mean, when we talk about the most successful play this Golden Eagles offense has, it's by far that little toss I formation, which is actually very unorthodox to do a toss up the middle I formation, but it's been bread and butter. That's, again, what we were saying earlier.
Well, you get Eric Ross in there, and then you also have Jathniel Gonzalez right behind him, who are two of the bigger guys who can block, and Jathniel's not afraid to run through someone's teeth. As they're going to go right back to it. Del Pitts finds the hole again. Sonny Del Pitts bouncing it outside, trying to get around his big lineman. Can he get the first down? As he will get the first down, as a flag comes late there, and this one looks like it might be on Monarch.
I will be honest, Del Pitts sold that one a little bit, but the veteran, he knows how these games work. But Sonny Del Pitts, don't let him get going. He's down 36-0. He's got to get going fast.
So I can't tell if that's Del Pitts or if that's Salazar, actually. But I believe that's Del Pitts, just the way he runs. As it's going to be a personal foul, unnecessary roughness on Monarch. So a good drive for Frederick, finally getting into opposing territory for the first time tonight. As Del Pitts, just like you said, knows how to play the game. And I almost thought that could have been a face mask on Del Pitts as well, putting the stiff arm right in the teeth of Monarch's defense.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't grab, he's all right.
Here we go on 1st and 10 at the 30. Might even be the 29. They go back to the toss. Del Pitts finding the hole down the middle this time. They are going to stuff him that time. He's only going to get about 2. So how many more times can they run this before Monarch's going to jump down on it?
I mean, if they have a play action out of this formation, that would be good. I don't think I've seen that yet this year. Wouldn't be shocked if they pull something out.
Yeah, I'm actually going to correct you there. They did have one against Loveland. They had a big touchdown to Betancourt on a little corner route off the play action.
I wasn't announcing.
You weren't there.
Game. Fair enough.
You were doing personal things. As they'll go right to Ross this time. Ross tripped. It looks like, and a flag comes in late. Maybe a targeting hit on Monarch.
It could be a
late
purposeful tripping. You're not allowed to trip on purpose if that's the case.
This is going to be a flag on Monarch. So it's either going to be a tripping, maybe a late hit as Ross was going down. But it looks like it's only going to be 5 yards, maybe more. Face mask, actually.
Face mask.
Interesting.
Must have grabbed him as he was getting tripped. I didn't see the face mask, but if you're a Golden Eagle fan, you'll take that.
Should have been 15 yards.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it was 5 yards.
They only gave him 5 yards, which is interesting. Maybe it was a different kind of face mask, not a personal foul face mask. I'm not sure. So they go right back to Del Pitts, trying to bounce it outside, cuts it back inside. Del Pitts trying to wrap it the other way, and he's going to go backwards. As that's Del Pitts' bread and butter, is trying to cut it outside and cut up the field, and we saw it a lot against Skyline.
Yeah, I mean, the Coyotes are all over. They're all over like a pack of coyotes, Ian. I mean, we're going to have to air this ball out soon.
3rd down and short. So 3rd and 3. What's the play call here, Dante, if you're this offense? You know this offense.
I mean, I would love to see a play action. We still haven't done a legit play action, a bootleg play action.
Do we trust Cahoon to kick it here?
Cahoon, he could hit it from here. He has the leg too, and the accuracy.
He did have a miss against Meade around this same spot. They go to Ross over the middle. Ross just going to follow his big tackles, and he will get the 1st down. So Frederick moving the ball a little bit better here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, big Eric Ross. I mean, he plays fullback and D-line. That just lets you all – that's all you need to know about how big he is.
Put him into perspective.
He's going to be a tough dude to tackle.
Yeah, put that into perspective, especially because he's just riding the back of that the offensive line, who is also so good at just not allowing anybody to get through. So 1st and 10 from about the 18. They go back into the I formation once again. The toss this time to Del Pitts. Del Pitts finding the hole, riding that offensive line. He's going to get, looks like 4.
Again, same play. This is the only play that's getting them positive yards right now. That and the little fullback dive with Ross. So they're just going to continue to do that until Monarch stops, and then they'll have to find another play. But
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, do not fix it.
2nd down and 7, so they only gave him 3 on the carry. I would love to see a play action pass here like you talked about. This would be a good spot. 2nd and 7, you know, you convert it, you might get a touchdown here. We'll see what they decide to go with here on this.
Same formation.
They load the box this time. They give it to Ross. Ross finding a hole. Eric Ross into the 3rd level. Can he get in? Touchdown, Frederick. Eric Ross.
We just said Eric Ross. That's a tough man to bring down, Ian. As he spins his way into the end zone. Eric Ross, that's 220 pounds
of pure force. As will Frederick go for 2.
That fullback dive did a lot of good stuff for them there. They get on the board here. 2.5 to go.
Yeah, they'll send out Cahoon to get the PAT, try to guarantee the 7 points. Cahoon, not going to say it just yet. I want to see if he makes it first.
No announcer jinx.
No announcer jinx. Do not want to do that. Cahoon, left-footed kicker, too, which is very
Southpaw.
impressive. Southpaw kicker. As that was a perfect execution of trying to bounce that ball outside. You saw Monarch load the boxes. Cahoon's kick is up and good. And he, I think, is still perfect on the year for PATs.
Yeah, I believe he's top 15 in the state. Bigfoot Cahoon.
Shout out the kicker.
He's actually also the backup quarterback, potentially the starting quarterback for next year.
Yeah,
it's going to be between him and Deshaun Lewis.
Deshaun Lewis, the JV quarterback, also gets some reps in that DB. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see if he decides to be there.
Very athletic.
A very athletic guy.
Garrett's more of a bruiser.
Yeah, Garrett Cahoon, when we see him come in the game, it's a lot of that, QB keeper, QB run. So Frederick down by 29. We will see what happens from here. As do they try to go maybe an onside kick here?
I doubt it. I wouldn't hate it.
I'd say do like a little squib kick, surprise them.
Yeah, we see that a lot, but I mean, if you're gonna kick it, get out the end zone. Don't kick it to number 2 on that left side over there.
Or number 6.
That's for sure. Both of them, yeah.
Both the Payne brothers back there. So yeah, we'll see what Cahoon does. He does have the leg to kick it back through the back of the end zone. He kind of squibs it like we talked about as they go to Marquise Payne, the senior. On senior night, what can he do? Trying to bounce it through the hole. Marquise spinning around, and he's loose! Marquise Payne has nothing but green grass to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Monarch.
And we said do not kick it to the Paynes. Either of them. Marquise Payne. It's going to be taunting that the Coyotes are going to get flagged for, but
doesn't matter.
I mean, those Payne brothers sure do have speed.
Making the Payne known as Frederick. with this PAT is, will they back up the PAT or will it be off the kickoff?
I believe the Golden Eagles are going to get to the side. I would take
it off
the kickoff.
I would take it off the kickoff, yeah. As the warm the buses chants coming in the second quarter, as this is going to be a wrong night for Frederick. With this PAT, they can extend it to a 36-point lead. As we said it multiple times, don't kick it to the Payne brothers. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, I mean, Lloyd's not going to be happy in that locker room. I'm curious to see what insight Carly's going to give us in that interview.
Yeah.
We go down to her at halftime, but it's not looking good.
It's a rough showing right now for Frederick in the league championship. Monarch sails the PAT through 43-7. Will it be the running clock if you go up 40 or is it at 40?
It'll be at 40.
So
only need 4 more.
Yikes, yikes, yikes. If Frederick can just keep it, I think if this running clock comes over, Dante, this game is going to be hard for Frederick to catch up into.
Golden Eagles are going to need something. I mean, maybe match their kick return here. They're not going to kick it to pits again. I mean, they won't do it at all. They haven't done it yet tonight.
You do have Colt Hoagie and Jathniel Gonzalez back there to return, so 2 of the faster guys.
There's an argument for Hoagie being the fastest on this football team.
He's quick downhill for sure.
Very explosive, quick, fast runner.
I think it would determine how you rank it. Like straight off the play, I think it might be Del Pitts and Hoagie kind of in the conversation, but downhill, Hoagie might be one of the fastest guys. You maybe put Salmeron in that conversation as well.
I believe laterally Sonny Del Pitts is going to be the fastest, but vertically it's going to be Hoagie.
As Hart on this kickoff. Boots that one high, and they're going to let Sonny Del Pitts get it at the 8-yard line. Sonny Del Pitts lining up some room, cuts it up the field. He's down to the 25 and more. Sonny Del Pitts breaks that one tackle. He might have some room to work with.
Yeah, he had a lot of room down that right sideline. There was just the kicker and another man who might have had an angle, but with Sonny's speed, he had a real shot there. But, again, just great tackling from this Coyotes team. I'm very impressed with their tackling.
With the way this game is going, you would think Monarch is playing a team like Thornton. Like you said, one of the teams that Frederick came in and kind of swept the floor with them. As they line up in that I formation that has worked so well.
Going to be a toss or fullback dive.
I'd like them to switch it up, give it to Jathniel here eventually. As they go right to Del Pitts, and he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. So Monarch lining up that box, ready to come for that if that's going to happen.
And I want to be they're just going to – the reason why they love this play is they're just running right off the butt of Blake Baker. Best offensive lineman you're going to see on that Golden Eagle line.
You're under the 2-minute warning now, so you've got to move if you're Frederick. Clock is ticking. If you want to try to put a score up before halftime. The sucky thing about this is Monarch does get the second half kickoff as well. So
on the toss, yeah.
We will see what Frederick decides to do here on second and longer. Empty set for Kissinger. Motion man Del Pitts. They go to Jathniel Gonzalez. Jathniel finds a hole. There goes Gonzalez downhill, lowers the shoulder, and gets the first down and more.
Gonzalez, he's a good runner. He's only a junior. He can run the football, lowers the shoulder, gets 12 yards.
He's kind of a name that no one really knew coming into this year. He's backed up Salazar. He backed up Salazar early in those first 2 games, and Salazar went out, and Jathniel kind of just came in and played some good football. As watch DeSwaldo on the wide side here, one-on-one.
Love to see a shot to his side.
Play action, it's a screen as he sets up to throw, as that one's going to be intercepted by Kissinger. Here comes Monarch on the return, and Blake Baker getting downhill and making the tackle that time. As that is not the play Frederick wanted in this situation.
And Kissinger just babied that throw. He short-armed it. He might have been able to fit in, but he just short-armed that throw. It was way underthrown. Didn't set his feet.
He was looking for Norwood on the shorter route that time, as he did genuinely have Norwood, like you said, he shorts it. That's his second interception of the game. Frederick has turned the ball over a total of 4 times now.
And that'll be Kissinger's second interception of the night.
It might even, I'm trying to think, that might even be 5th turnover from Frederick's offense.
There was a couple that got called back.
They did have 2 interceptions. I think there's been 3 fumbles because they had 2 over there and 1 on this side from Jathamiel, so maybe 5 turnovers from this offense. And you know what? Monarch is up 5 scores, so game changer here. They go short, and this time it's Sunnydale Pitts on the wrap-up. As they go to 5, once again, that's Carlucci. And he goes out of bounds, so they'll get about 7 on the reception. As like you said, I'm excited to hear what Coach Lloyd has to say after this. You are getting kind of ragdoll thrown around right now by Monarch, and it ain't even Payne's game yet.
Yeah, I mean, Payne's done a lot, but he hasn't had to either. That's the thing. I would say he has about 40 rushing yards right now, but that's below his standards, which is insane.
Yeah, he is, like you said, below his standards. As they go to the air again, Hoagie coming off the edge with the blitz. They're skying it up, and that one is caught! And Thorpe into the end zone touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, Rosberry, he just stood back there and took a hit. He knew Hoagie was going to get a really good hit on him. That's Hoagie's favorite blitz. He has 3 sacks on the year, maybe more. And that's a running clock.
Running clock has been activated, and that was actually DeGesualdo in coverage that time. So bringing that corner blitz leaves DeGesualdo in a one-on-one situation, and he liked his odds with Tharp down wide, and that is Tharp's second receiving touchdown of the night. So at what point does Monarch decide to bring in the backups as a muffed snap? And that one up and through as this clock will run. Oh, actually, they say no good. So that'll take us to halftime, 50-7. The first half score, Dante.
Golden Eagles are going to have to make some major adjustments.
What do you even do in this situation if you're Frederick? You're down 6 scores. 6 scores. Let that settle in a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they're a little shell-shocked right now. I mean, Monarchs on pace for 100 points, Ian. You don't see that often.
I think with the running clock, that's a lot less possible, as we will throw it down to the field with Carly Evans. Carly.
Thank you so much, Ian. I'm down here on the sideline with Coach Lloyd. Coach, your players kind of struggled a little bit during that first half. We had some of those costly penalties and mistakes. How do you get them back in this game and focused?
Yep, it's on me. Like, I just didn't have them ready to go, so I'm just going to take the blame myself. That's the way it's going to be. I'll go in and talk to them, try to get them going. We'll try to go play a second half.
100%. Thank you so much. Back up to you, Ian.
Thank you, Carly. Thank you, Coach. As when we come back, second half action here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
Hey, Kyle Michael here with Michael Real Estate and Remax Momentum, and I'm here at my office in downtown Frederick, Colorado. As a Colorado native and a resident to Frederick over the last 8 years, we truly understand the entire Carbon Valley and Colorado market. With offices in Frederick, Brighton, and Westminster, I cover the entire Front Range area. I've served over 130 families from Alt to Monument to Deer Trail to Grand Lake. As a small business owner myself, I understand how much time and effort it takes to be successful, which is why I continue to support local businesses, schools, and nonprofits through our Sip and Support series, coat drives, and other events. I value hardworking individuals. It is my mission to continue giving back as much as I can. We would love to serve you or your family. Give us a call, 303-944-4191, and go Golden Eagles.
Rocky students exist to build up the next generation, to live a life of purpose, influence, and faith. You see, we believe that when you discover purpose, you start to discover you have a reason to live. And when you discover you have a reason to live, you start to notice you have influence. And when you lean into that influence, you make an impact. This world needs people like you, the next generation, to discover your purpose and to decide today the leader you want to be tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Coach Matt Lloyd. I'm the head football coach at Frederick High School. You're watching the Golden Eagle Broadcasting Network. Golden Eagles, let them fly.
You've likely heard in the news that interest rates are way too high, homes are just not selling, and the real estate market is about to crash at any moment. Hi, I'm Kendra Badgekar, your local real estate expert, and I've been serving Carbon Valley and Northern Colorado for over 7 years, and I've got some good news. The truth is, there are several creative finance options to get your interest rate down to a much lower rate if you're thinking about buying a home. And yes, homes are taking a little bit longer to sell, but with the right marketing strategy, they are still selling for a great value, so your equity is safe. If you're thinking about making a move this year, let's grab a cup of coffee and talk about the best way to get you there.
Hey, I'm Jake Marsing, social studies teacher and advisor of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network, and you're watching GEBN. Go Golden Eagles!
Hey, Kyle Michael here with Michael Real Estate and RE/MAX Momentum, and I'm here at my office in downtown Frederick, Colorado. As a Colorado native and a resident to Frederick over the last 8 years, we truly understand the entire Carbon Valley and Colorado market. With offices in Frederick, Brighton, and Westminster, I covered the entire Front Range area. I've served over 130 families from Alt to Monument to Deer Trail to Grand Lake. As a small business owner myself, I understand how much time and effort it takes to be successful, which is why I continue to support local businesses, schools, and nonprofits through our Sip and Support series, coat drives, and other events. I value hardworking individuals. It is my mission to continue giving back as much as I can. We would love to serve you or your family. Give us a call, 303-944-4191, and go Golden Eagles.
Rocky students exist to build up the next generation, to live a life of purpose, influence, and faith. You see, we believe that when you discover purpose, you start to discover you have a reason to live. And when you discover you have a reason to live, you start to notice you have influence. And when you lean into that influence, you make an impact. This world needs people like you, the next generation, to discover your purpose and to decide today the leader you want to be tomorrow.
Hey, Kyle Michael here with Michael Real Estate and Remax Momentum, and I'm here at my office in downtown Frederick, Colorado. As a Colorado native and a resident to Frederick over the last 8 years, we truly understand the entire Carbon Valley and Colorado market. With offices in Frederick, Brighton, and Westminster, I covered the entire Front Range area. I've served over 130 families from Alt to Monument to Deer Trail to Grand Lake. As a small business owner myself, I understand how much time and effort it takes to be successful, which is why I continue to support local businesses, schools, and nonprofits through our Sip and Support series, coat drives, and other events. I value hardworking individuals. It is my mission to continue giving back as much as I can. We would love to serve you or your family. Give us a call, 303-944-4191, and go Golden Eagles.
Rocky students exist to build up the next generation, to live a life of purpose, influence, and faith. You see, we believe that when you discover purpose, you start to discover you have a reason to live. And when you discover you have a reason to live, you start to notice you have influence. And when you lean into that influence, you make an impact. This world needs people like you, the next generation, to discover your purpose and to decide today the leader you want to be tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Coach Matt Lloyd. I'm the head football coach at Frederick High School. You're watching the Golden Eagle Broadcasting Network. Golden Eagles, let them fly.
As welcome back into the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Second half action here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. As it has been a rough going so far tonight, Dante. Frederick down by 42 points. The running clock. At this point, what is the story for Frederick?
I mean, it's just going to be getting more points on the board and doing your best to keep this as close as possible. You don't want it to be too much of a point differential because that's going to hurt your seeding. I mean, if we go down, if we stay down 42, this is going to hurt our seeding bad.
Really bad. As we can see, Frederick is actually pretty late out of the booth. Coming out of halftime, you know, what do you think was said in that halftime? We know what we were talking about up here is, you know, this is a good football team that they're coming up against. And it might be one of the best ones they've played this season. You know, even Meade, they were a good football team, but they only put up 28 on Frederick. So what's the story for Frederick? How do they try to counteract this?
Yeah, I mean, we heard Lloyd at halftime. He said, "This is on me." And I'm sure it was less of a butt chewing and more of, this is what we did wrong, let's fix it, that was on me. And let's just go out and play some football, be competitive. You know, don't just lie down, you know what I mean?
As right now, it looks like all three quarterbacks are warming up for Monarch. We did see Garrett Cahoon warming up a little bit during the halftime. We saw Deshaun Lewis, we talked about him a little bit earlier, come in, and he was kind of warming up as well. So will we see a quarterback change for both teams? As right now, it looks like Merrick Malowski, the backup quarterback for Monarch.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to get some snaps. I don't think he's going to go in right away, Ian, but they might take one or two more touchdowns and call it a day here for their starters.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see, you know, Malachi Payne still in this game.
Yeah, I mean this football team is a contender for 4A. state title.
They kept it pretty good with Broomfield as well. It was 28-17. You know, the 4A state champs, they only allowed them to score 28 points. You know, Frederick actually kept it pretty close with Broomfield as well. But right now, the way it's going, Frederick is going to be in a interesting playoff seed, and they're going to have to battle it out. As they do have Greeley West next week at home.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, Broomfield's a really good team, and Monarch only lost by 11, and they're only getting better as the year goes on. But when we take a look at the 4A rankings, Frederick's at 15 according to Max Preps right now. Dakota Ridge is actually the favorites to win state.
Montrose, a team that Frederick knows pretty well, at 3.
You got Monarch right at 10, but they're going
to go up. Yep.
after this game.
And it's interesting to see, you know, Broomfield and Vista Ridge, Ponderosa, all those kind of teams ahead of Monarch, how they're going to, you know, bounce after this game. Well, we can't really tell. We have no way of accessing what the scores are over there unless they're being updated on Max Preps. But if you're Monarch, I like your chances going into the last game of the season on the road. I'm not sure who they play next. I think it's another league game. I think it is Silver Creek, at Silver Creek.
I mean, Monarch's a good football team.
This is a very good football team.
This is a top 10 team in 4A as of now. They're going to bump up to top 5, maybe flirt with top 5.
I would say top 8 at the least.
I think 6 is probably where they're going to go up to.
Yeah, at the least.
If the point differential stays the same.
You know, yeah. I would be shocked if Frederick doesn't try to score some more points in this half. I would expect them to put some more on the board. But you can see kind of both teams huddling up. They've got 2 minutes to go before the second half kickoff. Now, Dante, we came into this game expecting a whole different story. We expected this game to be close.
I thought it was going to be a super competitive game, Ian. I really did.
I thought it was going to be a fight like a Super Bowl game. You know, league championship on the line. You know,
haven't seen us won one.
Try to see this team bounce into a, you know, high playoff spot. You know, right now Monarch is on a good track to get a first-round bye. You know, top 8 get that first-round bye. As, yeah, 1:25 to go. So now the story for Frederick, I believe, is just going to have to find a way to take the adversity, try to learn from these mistakes, and see what they can bounce back for in the second half. You know, it's been a battle for Frederick just to try to stay in the game, as it looks like Monarch's rowdy crowd has exited the building. There's not much left. I mean, you're up by 42 points. Still a little bit, maybe some seniors kind of hanging out.
And as we were talking about, Ian, Monarch football is going to get the ball back to start this half, too.
As we see Lloyd kind of huddle some of those seniors, I think that looks like Salmeron, Betancourt, Hoagie. Looks like Del Pitts is in there as well. And Eric Ross, some of the leaders on this team, kind of huddling them up. Hey, you know, keep your head high. You know, this game's not over, but I would say it's pretty far out of reach for Frederick to try to come back and win this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough here for sure. I mean, 42 points, that's 7 touchdowns. Or 49 is 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, you got to.
That's what Monarch did, and that's tough to match.
They did that in the first half, mind you. So, like you said, they are on pace to put up 100. But the running clock's going to make that, I would say, near impossible. But,
I mean, they haven't even gave it to their dude, Malachi Payne, that much. I mean,
I'd be shocked to see him come in the game, the rest of this game, honestly.
Yeah, if they score this drive, he's done for the night, 100%.
Marquise Payne actually still back to return.
It's his senior night. You got to
might as well keep the seniors going. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, kind of live them up for this story of this domination of a football game that they have played tonight.
I'm sure Mr. Cahoon's not going to kick it to him this time. Looks like we're going to go for an onside kick here.
It does look like it, which would be I'd say a good call right out of halftime. You know, kind of shock them. As actually we do go for the onside kick. It's going to go 10 yards. And the ball's down. I think Frederick got that. As I do believe Frederick might have that football.
That was a great bounce.
They're going to give it to Monarch. Oof. He did cough that ball up.
That was a really good kick from Cahoon on that onside kick. Took an excellent bounce.
It kind of reminded me, it just bounced so perfectly that if somebody might have just jumped in front of the ball, that would have been a possible touchdown if they would have just caught it and tried to make a play out of it. So Lloyd comes out of the second half ready to fire as the clock winds. Running clock, so now you just have to, if you're Frederick, try to fight back and put some points on the board, make the deficit look not as bad. And like you said, the point differentials is going to determine some seeding possibilities with the playoffs right around the corner, 2 weeks out.
And looks like we still have guys standing up at the line, which is interesting, Ian.
As they go to the back, there's Malachi Payne, finds the hole. Payne running right through Reno DiGesualdo. That's 2 meets 2. And there is Malachi Payne.
Yeah, I mean, Payne, that might be his favorite move, lowering that shoulder.
He
gets down full head of steam.
He is scary when he gets a full head of steam.
I mean, DiGesualdo, I mean, that was the right idea. He got low.
Met him at the hitting point, and he just couldn't catch him. As we do see Del Pitts winding up at a corner spot. You don't get to see that very much.
He has been a lot tonight. I haven't seen Martinez in a while. Or maybe he's on that far side, yeah.
It looks like LaRusso kind of came out. There's Payne again. They're just going to pound this rock, and this time he meets the force of Marcus Salmeron, who got the first hit on him, and then the flock of Eagles came through and ran through his. Ooh. Salmeron went to help him up, and Payne shrugged him off.
I don't think he saw him, but might have not been able. But Monarch football is starting to go to Payne now. And this is when they aired it out last time. They did run,
air it
throw.
out, and then they ran it 2 more plays into the end zone. So this was the first drive, very familiar. And you can buy a full pizza for $10 apparently at the concession stand.
If you're at the game, man, go get $10, $5 pizza.
$10 pizza. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad deal for a full pizza. As they're going to throw it out of the back, wide open. That pass is caught running down the sideline, and he got picked up and tackled down. That's Cooper Craze on the edge. He got down to the 16-yard line in a huge catch and run.
And this is actually going to be a roughing as well. Pushed him a little late after he threw it. He hit the deck.
Oh, there's a flag. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that was going to be a flag on the corner towards the end. And, yeah, that's just another penalty on Frederick that's just kind of shooting themselves in the foot right now. As it'll just give them another extra yards down to the, looks like 8-yard line. So 8:30 to go in the third quarter as the winding clock goes. And so I would not be surprised if Malachi Payne starts getting more and more carries as the night goes on.
Yeah, I mean, he's been successful. He just hasn't gotten a lot of touches, and he hasn't had to. I mean, 49 points to the board. Why give him the ball when you're scoring this easily?
In the shotgun, motion man this time is Craze. I'm sorry, that's Lockwood. He lines up in the slot. They go right back to Payne. Payne sliding through some tacklers. Payne, he's going to be marked down at about the 1-yard line. So Payne, shoelace tackled right at the 1.
They're trying to get him his first one tonight, I believe.
Second. It'll be his second, yeah.
I'm always one off, Ian. I'm always one off. But trying to get him his second of the night, and I wouldn't be shocked if he gets it right here. Maybe a play action if not.
Yeah, he had that bounce off the back and took it out wide and was walking with nobody in the vicinity. So here we go. Second and goal from they say he was at the 1. I would say he was closer to about the half-yard line before the end zone. As here they go in the shotgun. Payne standing up straight. They go right back to Payne. Payne met in the backfield by a flock of Eagles as Landon Olson using that big force of hammer trying to knock that ball out of Payne's hands. But a good job by Payne to just tuck and run.
Yeah, he was met by a wall there. That's going to be a loss of 1. Malachi Payne ran into a flock of Eagles, as you said. Landon Olson was all over that one, just blitzing right through the middle.
Yeah, Marlo McCoy, Landon Olson, it looked like maybe Nico Mashikori as well in that line of defense, and sets up a 3rd down and 3 from the goal line. 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. What do they decide to do here? Is it a right back to Payne, or is it a little play action? If they don't score, go right back to Payne on 4th?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to give him another chance here.
Yeah.
Especially, we've seen that a lot with this bunch formation. No, it's
direct snap, keeper, quarterback trying to get outside. Larson's going to throw it late, and it's behind. It'll be a 4th and goal from the 3. What do they go with now? I would be shocked if they didn't go for it here.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see that. They haven't kicked a field goal yet tonight. They've had a couple chances. They've gone for it every single time.
I mean, they haven't had to kick a field goal tonight, which is the story. And we saw a big conversion on 4th down on a 4th and 8.
Yeah, I believe the goal here is to keep it running clock. So, I mean, a touchdown is going to really make sure it is going to stay that way.
They're going to lick the stamp and send it and end this game if they score the touchdown here. You're under 5 minutes, and your offense hasn't even come on the field if you're Frederick, so.
Yeah, I mean, this running clock hurts for sure.
It really does. Even I think without the running clock, Frederick would still be in a lot of trouble. Can they get the stop here? Payne lines up on the left side over Larson. As they go to the air again, he's under some duress. Quick throw. It's intercepted! That looks like it's Kyle Rarden on the interception. So a quick interception, much needed. If this was not a running clock, would have been a nice play, but Frederick's offense is going to have to hustle on the field if they want to try to get some drives down into the end zone.
Yeah, Rarden made a great break on that ball. It was a little curl route. He threw it late. Rarden made the right read, had a chance to take it back. Again, it's a great tackle by the receiver, but a little bit of a bright spot here for the Golden Eagles. If they get a touchdown, running clock is no more, which would be huge.
They want to get that story.
If they want a chance.
Yeah, you gotta really drive down the field here. I would not be shot. I would take a shot here on 1st down. You know, you got to kind of come out and surprise them. As we go in to that I formation here. It's a wildcat. Del Pitts in the backfield. He's going to keep it himself. Sonny Del Pitts runs right into a hole of Monarch, and I don't even think he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, Coyotes have been daring the Golden Eagles to throw the ball all night, and just Golden Eagles are just not willing to do that right now.
I think we've seen one shot. I think Kissinger is out of the game. I think they're just going to run this wildcat.
Yeah.
We did see this.
I don't hate it. This is like when Kendall Hinton played for the Broncos.
Played quarterback, yep.
Lindsey do wildcat.
A little throwback there, back to the 2022. I think that was 2022 season.
Yeah, that was
when all of the quarterbacks got COVID. So they go back to the wildcat with Del Pitts. Del Pitts keeps it himself, trying to bounce a hole. There he goes, right through the hole. Sonny Del Pitts lowering the shoulder and trying to run through, and he's going to get, looks like 6, which will set up a 2nd and 4, or a 3rd and 4, or possibly a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, I mean, the term ride your horses, I mean, that's what we're seeing right now. I mean, Del Pitts has been our horse all year, especially tonight. Him and Ross have been the only bright spots, or the only ones really been able to get anything going here tonight, especially for the run game. So they're just going to do that.
I feel like we've seen this before with Del Pitts, you know, keeping it, he coming in at that quarterback spot. I'm sure we ran something like this before with the quarterback injured. I think it was near when Gavin got injured last year. We ran more of this. As Del Pitts is going to keep it himself, trying to go outside. And Del Pitts is wrapped up in the backfield. It sets up a 4th down. Do you put Kissinger in the game here on a 4th and long and try to let him throw it?
4th and 4. If we don't punt it, it's going to just be another Del Pitts run, but we are going to punt this ball away. 2 minutes and 30 seconds closing in this 3rd quarter, Ian.
I'm going to say I don't like the call here. I would go for it here. You know, you're down big. Big plays make a big story. And punting this ball away just gives Monarch another opportunity to just take the clock down and try to win this game.
Could be a fake punt. We've seen that a lot 2 years ago, not this time.
Yeah, because that was back when Gavin was kicking it. It's a very short punt. So we hear fire, fire, fire getting yelled by Monarch. Yeah, that was back in the Gavin Ishmael punting days. When we let him keep it himself.
That's right, Ian, that is.
And now under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. Frederick staring at a huge, huge deficit. What is the story now? You are down. Frederick needs to find a way to just get this ball back to their offense.
And Coyotes are chanting, run the clock.
Run more clock. It looks like they even got their athletic director in there to chant that up.
Man, the Monarch Coyotes, I mean, this is easily the best team we played all year.
Oh, by a mile, yeah.
MacHendrie, but looks like this is going to be the second group here for the Coyotes.
Yeah, I would be shocked if they left that offense back on the field after that interception. So we'll see Matt Kalski takes the snap, hand off, and the ball's on the ground, and Frederick gets it right back. As the first play turnover, as Marlo McCoy with the fumble recovery that time. Now, could you imagine if Frederick would have scored on that drive? We'd have a different story right now, Dante.
I mean, here's a chance to score. Ball at the 35. This is the farthest we got since we scored that touchdown.
I don't know if Frederick's going to get a snap off before the end of the third quarter here, Dante. It's going to be close.
They'll get one. If maybe not.
Clock winding.
Oh, yeah, we will.
Down to 30. They got to hurry out. As we see Cajon, looks like he's coming in to play quarterback now. It's an interesting decision by Frederick. Dante wants Lewis. He wants Deshaun in at quarterback.
I want to see them both, honestly. Give them
Cahoon
both the reps.
keeps it himself. Cajon, the kicker, takes it, gets 4, and that'll be the conclusion of the third quarter as we await the start of the fourth quarter. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by LGI Homes. They don't just build houses, they build homes. Why rent when you can own? Visit their Hidden Creek community off Ridgeway Boulevard in Frederick for affordable move-in ready homes. The $400 with kitchen appliance included, no extra cost. LGI Homes is proud to support the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network and our local schools. LGI Homes, making the dream of home ownership possible. So Dante.
And like we said earlier, I mean, Cajon, bruiser of a runner compared to Lewis's speed.
Lewis can throw the ball too pretty well. I'm not saying Cajon can't, but Cajon, he's got the legs.
Yeah, Cahoon's just going to be more of a guy to run you over type of quarterback when he does run.
Which is kind of surprising. You don't see that much out of a kicker.
Yeah.
to run someone over.
He does it all, man.
As we did see him try to chase down Marquise Payne on that kick return touchdown. As he was probably a half step behind him.
He's probably a yard behind.
As maybe diving at the ankles would have saved that touchdown, but.
Yeah, I doubt he would have got him, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah. As we'll see, Garrett Cajon in at quarterback for Frederick. The only time we've seen him in was against Thornton, where they put up a pretty good number, and maybe even against Broomfield. As they go to Jathniel Gonzalez. Jathniel finds a hole on the outside, runs right into the force of that Monarch football defense, as that was Braden Ballard on the tackle for Monarch.
A little toss action. Why not with the JV group? I'm glad to see Cajon getting reps. I do hope Lewis gets some too. I mean, this is going to be a nice little battle for next year's QB1 spot.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, or maybe a younger guy coming in next year. We will see what happens. You know, we have seen freshmen play quarterbacks on this team, and we will see what happens. They keep it with Cajon. Cajon finds a hole. There goes Garrett Cajon into the second level and more. Exploding forward and a first down for Frederick.
When I watched Cajon run, I think he would be a really good running back, man. Just very powerful runner. Reminds me a lot of how Tatum Sanders used to run the ball my freshman year. Just kind of get downhill.
Good pull.
Nothing really special, just run vertical and get some yardage.
And he did a good job there finding that hole. It looks like, obviously, Monarch's going to bring their second string corner defense in. So seems like a little bit easier to run through rather than that first set off defense. Cajon in the shotgun. It's a play action toss, and he's just going to keep it himself this time, and he's going to just fight to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. And a loss of yardage that time, as the Coyotes were not fooled that time.
Yeah, Cajon gave him a little stiff arm. It wasn't enough, though. Coyotes, like a pack of coyotes, were all over it behind the line of scrimmage, about 5 yards.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep it on the ground with Cajon or Del Pitts. Just keep the ball going, running it, unless you really feel Cajon's arms ready to throw. Motion man, Jathniel Gonzalez. They pitch it across the middle. There's Del Pitts, Sonny Del Pitts, flying through the hole. Sonny Del Pitts finding the explosive room as he got tackled down by the helmet.
Yeah, awkward tackle on that one. wrapped him up by the helmet, by the neck area. Those ones usually sting a little bit. That's probably going to put Del Pitts around 45 rushing yards on the night.
One of his least rushing games. He's not had the ball very in space too much tonight.
I mean, Coyotes with this 4-4 defense have been all over it.
See, if Kissinger's in the game, I like DJ Waldo down low on the one-on-one, but see what Cahoon decides to go. He's going to keep it himself. Garrett Cahoon finds a hole. Garrett Cahoon to the third level, and he's in. Touchdown, Frederick. Garrett Cahoon with a rushing touchdown.
Cahoon he slipped in the end zone. He was hyped, but Garrett Cahoon, good to see him get a rushing touchdown here. Get this score up to 13 here for the Golden Eagles. They ran that play a couple times, that drive. Worked like bread and butter. I'm curious to know why we didn't do that earlier.
Seems like it's working pretty well right now. To be fair, it is their second string defense.
For sure.
But looks like a little preseason game out there. Both teams bringing in kind of the second stringers. As Cahoon scores the touchdown, looking for the PAT, and stays. Perfect.
He does it all, scoring touchdowns to
kicking PATs.
Getting his own. He basically just got 7 points, actually. Usually you only get to get 6. He got all 7.
Yeah. And now do they go for that onside kick again? You have some momentum, but I think it's safe to say you were out of time. But might as well just try to get back in the game, run some clock, try to get some points on the board. We'll see if they go back to the onside kick. If not, I think Monarch runs the rest of this clock out.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a running clock still. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that rule works.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the clock is still running, but
as Monarch is looking as the repeat of the 4A North 1 League Championship. As the only possible way, I don't think there is any possible way for Frederick to win this championship back.
Well, not enough time, but who knows? Crazier things have happened. I mean, another onside kick.
Would not be shocked, as you can see, Monarch has a good amount of hands team up.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to just boot this.
Oh, he squib kicks it. Short kick. That's Ballard on the return. Ballard trying to bounce it outside. Frederick's going to meet him. Or sorry, that is number 10, actually. Cooper Craze on the return down to the 30-yard line. So now Frederick got that quick turnover, got the fumble. So I wouldn't say Monarch's offense has been perfect either. I mean, they've been pretty good in the first half, but they've had a few miscues as well. But the story of tonight is right now Monarch will take care of business at home in their senior night special. Clock under 7 minutes. So I'd be very shocked if this ball ends up back in the Frederick offense hands.
Yeah, they might just milk away this whole 6.5 minutes.
Chase Gray in the backfield. Golowski gives it. There's the handoff, piling forward. He's going to get a good couple on the run. Chase Gray piling through.
That was really good on both ends of that front line of scrimmage for both Monarch and the Golden Eagles. It was very even push, just great vision from Gray up the middle.
As Kevin McCurdy, the third string, getting ready to get his opportunity tonight, the sophomore. Not sure how many offensive reps he's ever had, or varsity offensive reps he's had. But everyone's getting their opportunities tonight. 2 sophomore backup quarterbacks. So that'll be a battle next year for the starting quarterback role. Here in Monarch, we'll see where they decide to go with it.
It's always a good chance to see who's the front runner right now.
As they give it right back to Gray. Gray bouncing it around the outside. Christian Herrera on the tackle. Not a name to be mentioned much coming off the bench.
Man, I mean, Monarch just produces running backs. I mean, all these guys are really solid backs. But that was a little bit of an awkward handoff there from McCurdy.
It's Insera, Christian Insera on the tackle that time.
Junior.
Yeah, Frederick's got a bunch of their second stringers in the game now. I don't think I even see a starter out there, except maybe Landon Olson. Danny Betrez getting his opportunities out there too. Doesn't get much. Nico Mashikori still in the game. Cody Salazar playing defense. Interesting.
I don't think I've seen that before.
Cody Salazar used to play some defense back in his freshman, sophomore days, and then kind of converted all the way to that running back role. As they give it that time, and there's Salazar on the wrap-up tackle. Number 32 for Monarch. Or 37, I apologize. Lucas Bussard, the freshman running back. So Monarch's getting an opportunity for everybody on the field tonight.
Yeah, Buzzard, I mean, that was great vision right up the middle. Salazar with the great wrap-up, little swing tackle, hip drop tackle. Very strong kid, the senior. It's been very unfortunate he's been out a lot with that ankle injury.
Hopefully has a good night next week in senior night. Frederick has quite a few seniors. So right now, what you're looking at right now for Frederick is a good chunk of what this defense is going to look like next year, without obviously Cody Sal, Nico Machikori, all those senior guys, Betrez as well. As they go right back to him, Buzzard around the outside, good carry, and Frederick's going to meet him there. They might be a loss of 1 on the carry. As again, Cody Salazar, and a flag comes in late. And 2 flags come in late there.
Yeah, I mean, what a move that was on that jump cut.
As we'll
see, Shady McCoy juke.
Yeah. Some of these youngins nowadays.
They don't know. I had to educate them in class the other day. They said, "Who is LaShawn McCoy?" And that almost made me cry tears.
Is this going to be a penalty on Frederick, it looks like. Maybe a late hit. As actually it's going to be on Monarch, the penalty. It might be a holding there.
I think it was another taunting call.
Possibly. I'm not sure. As a night that Frederick's going to want to forget. Down by 35. A little personnel change for Monarch. Bringing in some of these other younger offensive linemen. Giving them their varsity rep opportunities. This is a good chance for some guys to come in and get some varsity reps, get their letters this year.
Yeah, for sure. You know, get some tackles, and sure, you get that letter. Remember when I got my letter for basketball, it was a very humbling experience.
I remember that game. As they go on the toss, Buzzard cutting it up the middle of the field. Good tackle from behind. That was Nico Machikori flying from behind.
Yeah, Machikori. Guy we haven't talked about as much this year, but he's works very hard. He's always training.
He fought pretty hard to get onto that defensive line. He's not even technically the starter on this defensive tackle position. They have so many D tackles that they rotate in and out. You got Quinones in there. You've got Machikori. You've got Dom Ramirez in there. You've got a lot of guys who are rotating in. And Machikori's just been one that's sat pretty good on this defensive line. The last few weeks he had a good couple plays. So 1:30 to go, winding clock. Monarch.
Man, that running clock sure does go by fast, Ian.
I know. I told the team right before this half started, this is going to be the fastest 30 minutes you're about to watch. As they go right back to the ground, and Buzzard finds the hole, and he's going to go. He's at the 25, 20, 15, wrapped up at the 8. As, oh my goodness, I thought he might have had a touchdown there, the freshman. As a minute to go. It's a late substitution for Frederick.
Yeah, I mean, great vision on that run. If he would have kept going to the outside, he might have scored.
I think it might have had it, yeah.
Yeah, it was a foot race. Decided to keep going vertical, but.
You know, overall, not a bad play for him. As they're going to take a kneel, but actually a false start, so they're going to negate that. But the winding clock's not going to matter. So Dante, Frederick take a 35-point loss. Hoping to retrack next week against Greeley West. It has been an honor to call it with you tonight.
First time doing it, Ian. It was really fun. We've been asking for this since freshman year.
First.
So I'm glad we finally got to do it.
First and last time here on football. It was a rough game for Frederick as we just await the final interview from Carly Evans down on the sideline. As a night not to remember for Frederick. A beautiful night for Monarch as they win the league championship back-to-back years. So now, Frederick, you got to get your get back next week against Greeley West. This team was a red-hot team on a 6-game win streak. Monarch were on a 3-game win streak, and it'll send to 4, and Frederick's streak will snap.
Yeah. We were red hot, Ian. Hopefully this doesn't derail our confidence and momentum too much. I mean, Greeley West should be fairly,
let's hope,
fairly light game, but
they
is.
They were 3-5 coming into tonight. Not sure if they won the night or not, but you know that's a team that's a pretty good team too. So don't expect a cakewalk in that game. I would want to still see a game. And it looks like we're going to get Garrett Cahoon on the post-game interview, the kicker.
I like it.
Highlight of the game tonight, probably from Cahoon, as we will send it down to the sideline with Carly Evans. Carly.
Thank you so much, Ian. I'm down here on the field with Garrett Cahoon. Garrett, how did you reignite the spark on offense during that second half drive?
It felt good. It's first time.
You're all good. You're all good. And what exactly did you learn from this game that you'll take with you into the Greeley West game coming up?
To never get down, really, and to absolutely just run anytime you got and work hard anytime you get.
100%. Thank you so much. It was great talking to you. Back up to you, Ian.
Thank you, Carly, as tonight's broadcast of football between your Frederick Golden Eagles and the Monarch Coyotes have been brought to you by the talented crew of students here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. I've been senior and the associate producer of Golden Eagle Broadcast Network, Ian MacHendrie, alongside Dante Lechuga. Our director has been the content producer, Wyatt Morrison. Our camera operators have been the junior Noah Kraft and junior Ethan Delear. Our productions assistants for tonight's game has been Izzy Biodrowski. And the third member of our team down on the sideline is senior and executive producer Carly Evans. Mr. Marsing is GEBN's advisor. For everyone at FHS, I'm Ian MacHendrie, and you've been watching the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Good night, everybody.